Discuss about the concept of enum in C sharp. First, we will see about the enum. Enumeration is the short form of enum. Enu, enumeration or enum type. Okay. What is the syntax to declare enum in C sharp? Syntax modifier modifier enum enum name type. List of named constant values. Okay, this is the syntax to declare enum, and this is the enum is the short form of enumeration. Okay, yeah, I have created a project enum demo, and in this, suppose I have printed console.writeLine hello world. Console.read key. Okay. I have printed hello world. This hello world. Okay. Suppose console dot background color equal to console color dot green. I want to change the background color. Okay, why I am changing the background color? Console background color I want to change. Okay. Uh, then we have used console color enum, that is come under the system namespace. When right click on this and go to the definition, then you can see this is the console color and this is the enum type, and modifier is public. That's why we are accessing in my program. Okay, and these are the color that is come under the console color namespace. So here we can use only listed color. That's why there is no chance of spelling mistake or any chance of some error. We can select only listed from listed value. We can select from listed colors. Okay, suppose we are selecting magenta. Okay, no problem, we can set background color as magenta. Problem, background color is magenta. Okay, the reason why enum is required, because of suppose we have select a day. Suppose we are creating I want to create enum type days. Days, Sunday, no, not Sunday, just remove Saturday and Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, just I have used this one, Monday, Tuesday, 5 days working. Okay, and I can use modifier as public. That's why we can use this enum anywhere in this project or another project, no problem. Okay, and the default type here is byte. Okay, default type is byte here. If you don't use, then by default type is byte. Here we can use any type of integer, any integer type here we can use. Okay, and by default type is integer, and by default type is byte. Okay, integer byte is the integer the byte is come under the integer, so any integer type we can use. Okay, byte, long, int, short, u short, u long, u int, s byte. These eight integer types. There is eight category of integer. So any type of integer category we can use. Okay, these eight types we can use any one. But by default, integer type is byte for the enum case. Okay, and here we have declared named constant value. Named constant, the list of named constant matlab this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is the named, and the background is some constant is available by default. By default some constant available in the background, and that is started from the zero. Okay, 0 1 2 3 4 5 like that. If we don't assign any value, don't replace by any value, then by default type is started from 0 and onwards. Okay, 0 onwards. But suppose I want to declare first value manually assign as 1, then from 1 onwards that is automatically taken. This is 1 and this is 2, automatically that is that the sequence, the series is maintained automatically. When I have assigned this one, then it's automatically 2 3 4 5 like that. Okay, if I have assigned this 56, then automatically it's manage the sequence like this. Okay, by default it's started from 0 1 2 3 4 5 like that. Okay, if you want to give different values to each and every one, each and every, then manually we can do like this. Okay, if you don't here assign, then this one is 54, then from 54 this automatically maintain the sequence 55 56 57. Okay, if we assign 67, this from here onwards this maintain the series 68 69. Okay, if here assign 70, then from 70 it's manage the sequence like this. This is 45 54 and 67 70 and 71 automatically manage the sequence. If you want to different, then different value we can put here. Okay, like that we can use. But we will check. We will give default value. No problem. Okay. Then I have defined a enum as days. Okay. Suppose days d equal to days dot. Here we can say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday like this. Okay. Here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, from Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, we can see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, only 5 days you can select from the enum list. Okay, then there is no chance of error here. Okay, we can select here Monday. But if you don't define the enum, then suppose we are directly passing some value here, Saturday, Saturday, but Saturday is not under the list. Okay, Saturday is not under the list. Suppose passing the Saturday, but here problem is this is a string type and this is the enum type. So string type we cannot convert in enum type. Okay, but there is some issue uh, like this. Okay, and we where we use enum, then we'll directly get the values and just put the value from here. And if you want to print, then you can print d like that. And print Tuesday. Okay, and suppose you want to zero, you print zero or zero. You have assigned zero value, but because the constant value of Monday is 0. Okay, and 0 is assigned to D, and we are printing D, then also it will print Monday. Okay, but other than first value, we are printing this one, then that's error. Okay, only we can see we can use if the default enum, if we are not assigned any constant value, then default value is 0 and only 0 default value we can use. If here I have defined 56, that is hard coded, that is not default value, then here 56 we can't use. Okay, like that only 0 default value you can use. Okay, if you want to use from, suppose I have not declared anyone and I have just put 0, then easily we can see Monday. And I want to, like that, I want to print Monday, this Monday, and Tuesday it will 1. Okay, but in this case it will have error. Okay, then what we will do, just convert it in days enum times. Okay, that is 0 1 is Tuesday, then it will print Tuesday. It will print Tuesday. Okay, and suppose this one you want to convert in int, then just convert is int again. Then you will just one is Tuesday, and convert is 1 to days. Then that here we get the, in D we get the Tuesday, and after D have Tuesday, then I have converted to integer. Then we get 1. Okay, like that we can use, and there is no chance of error if you use enum. Okay, like that we can enum. Okay, like this we can access. And we can here we can declare this enum is declared defined under the namespace, because enum is also a user defined type. Okay, enum is also a user defined type. then better to declare enum under the namespace. Okay, because enum is a type, class is also type. That's why we better to create enum class structure under the namespace. But you can define enum in class or structure, because in C sharp we have a concept type under the type within type. Okay, we can declare define type within type. So class is also type and enum is also type. So we can define an enum under the class or structure, both are fine. We can declare we can define enum within the class, within the structure, no issue. Type within type we can do, but better to declare enum in namespace. Okay, because suppose we want to access this enum from another project. Okay, and this is the public, so this enum we can access from the other project using reference, adding reference we can access. Okay, if this come under the name under this system, this namespace under the namespace, then after using reference, adding reference, just you need to import or import this namespace. Okay, using this namespace you can access this enum. But if enum is under the structure or class, just after using this namespace, you can't access the enum, because this enum is under the class or the structure. So uh, so without any use, you can to use enum, to access enum, you need to access the class or structure in which the enum is defined. But you need not to access the class or structure, only you need the enum. But without the reason, without any benefit, without any means if you don't need without any need of class or structure, you need to access first this one, this type. Under this type we can get the enum. Okay, that's why we better to use enum under the namespace. So easily we can access, only importing the namespace, using the namespace you directly access the enum. If this enum come under the another type, then without any need, that type you need to access, because the enum is under that type. So without any need you need to access. Okay, that is the reason you need to define enum under the namespace. Okay, and we can access the for loop to iterate all the enum values. Okay, using for each loop we can do. Suppose you have used for each loop, and we have used int I in enum dot get values. This is the enum is the class, that is the base class for all the enums. Okay, for all enums this is the base class. Okay, this is the base class for all enums. Okay, so enums dot get values, and we have the get values type of enum type. The parameter get values taking the parameter type. If suppose get value taking the parameter of string type, then you can pass like this, any string you can pass. If the get values taking the parameter of string type, then you can give the argument like this string type. Okay, because the get values method is taking the parameter as a type, that is the class. That's why if if the parameter is of type, if any method the parameter of is of type, that is class, then you need to use type keyword to get the type of keyword you need to use to get the type. I want to get the type of days, that is enum. So we have used type of operator, and we use the enum. Okay, and we are getting this method returning the array. Okay. Retrieves an array of values of constant in a specified enumeration. This return the array, and we have holded it here, and we can print like that: console dot write line. We can print like this. We are printing the constant value 0 1 2 3 4. If want to print the constant named 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 name and constant value, then we can use like that. Convert constant to enum. Okay, then we are getting the constant and the named list. Okay, and also we can use for each loop with like this. Also we can use another ways. Comment this one, and from get value we have used get names. Okay, get names, and this method also takes the type. So type of days, type of enum we can pass, and this method return string array. Okay, so we need to take it as a string. Okay, and here this is a name. Okay, so I need to print here name only, no issue. And this I want to convert I means name as integer. Constant we can print here. We can't convert this string to integer, so we can print only enum value by this I. We can this returns string array. uh, that's why we have changed the type of this, and one by one string is printed using I. And this I means string means named list of name of enum, what are under the enum, that is printed. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like this. Okay, so we can use for each loop either using this get values method, or we can use get names method. If you are using get names method, then directly we can get the list of named values. Okay, and if we are using get value, then both we can get. Okay, constant value and a named value. Okay, we using for each loop we can access the enums values, and here if we use byte, okay, then suppose this one commented and this declared as type byte, I want to show what is the error. Under exception system invalid exception specified cast is not valid. What is the problem? Problem is that here enum type is byte, and in for each loop we are accessing using the int type. That's why we have it. Okay. If we use just byte, then no problem, it will work. Okay, got it. Here, if you declared as int teaser, then we can use here int, no problem. This will work. That's fine. I think you got my point. Okay, that's all. Thank you guys. Please like and comment and share the videos. Any confusion, then please let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye.